We just crushed the Europeans, shipped them all back to Africa, got the entire coastline of South America, managed to get the high American unit, which means we have more fire pips than the Europeans are going to have by Tech 16, and we even spawned colonialism in Cusco before the Europeans did by getting the Punish Invaders mission. Of course, this is an Iron Man game, and you can get the save game for yourself if you join the Discord. Also, if we get 5,000 likes on this video, we're gonna do the second part where we not only go back to Europe, but we colonize and form our own colonies in the old world. And guys, if you enjoy the content, I do have a big request. Consider subscribing. I'm trying to get to 230,000 subs by May 20th, which is really fast approaching. So I kind of feel like it's really not gonna actually happen. Why am I even bothering here? Appreciate all the support. Yeah, no more face cam because camera sucks. Now, if you guys thought that the Aztecs are powerful and fun, well, you're in for a treat, because Cusco with the 1.37 patch and DLC is really the highlight of this particular game. Now, we start with a fairly small mission tree, but easily achievable to get all of these missions done within the first few years, and then we unlock the Incan mission tree once we have formed the Empire of the Incas. Pretty much have to unify the entire region here to form the Incas, but that's honestly not as difficult as you would imagine. That will make us an empire, change the name, and of course give us the new and improved missions. As the Incans, we also have the Inti religion, and it's different from the Aztecs. In order to reform this, we need to reach 100 authority, and the easiest way to do that is to just have as many provinces as possible and lower autonomy, my favorite thing in the game. It's almost like this country was made for me. Now, of course, for the estate, we're going to give the +1 mana privilege for all 3 of the estates, and that is it, nothing else, because we want to keep our influence as low as possible so we get more crownlands distribution after we've conquered our neighbors. And then after that's done, we can also assign the rest of the privileges themselves. That's also why we're not summoning the Diet, since that will increase our influence by 5%. To do the first mission, we need to have either 10,000 soldiers or 90% force limit or be at war. And also to do this mission, we need to have 4 mercenary bands. The reality is that we will be using a lot of mercenaries in this run. So we're going to start it off by recruiting everybody's favorite, the Free Company. Get the 2 nations we border here as our rivals. Wait, hold on a second. I'm sorry, what's the name of... Okay, buddy. Alrighty there. Why is there a British nation next to me here? And why are they calling themselves that? I have so many questions right now. We could temporarily get some allies just so we prevent them from allying each other. So we're going to do that with 2 nations. That should be enough. We can get rid of our allies afterwards when we're ready to wipe out everybody in our region. Also, a majority of our missions revolve around making Pachacuti an absolutely insane human being here. He increases his admin points from wanking the wankers, his diplo points from getting rid of the southern scum, and so on. He basically will become a 666 Chad Lord, and he's only 24, so if we rush with the Conquest, we can have a 666 leader in the first few years of the campaign that we can use to make massive improvements with before the colonial nations arrive. And the best part is he is absolutely overpowered as well. 5 shock, 2 siege. Okay, buddy, it's like this nation is set for greatness right here. And the not so free company has been recruited. Let's go ahead and shake the ground. We get a lot of admin points, and for as long as Pachacuti lives, his stats will be upgraded via missions. And if we form Inca by 1480, then we also upgrade our monument to level 2. All we gotta do is speedrun the unification of Inca, which is really not that difficult. Before we declare any wars, we're gonna go ahead and get 1 stability, so we have the passive prosperity going in our lands. And we're also accomplishing this mission by developing the province of Abansai twice. We're gonna set up the encourage development decree, and boomski donkski. There you go. That means we can now recruit the Chanka. What does that mean? It means we unlock a special military unit that does not take up any force limit, and we have the ability to colonize the Peruvian coast through this particular decision, venture into tribal lands as long as we have 50 gold. The first nation will be attacking is Kola because they did not get any allies. However, it is a little bit sad because I actually want to attack the northern ones too. It's just one of those moments where you have to make a decision. In my case, I might have made the wrong one because I'm scared the northern ones will be attacked by my ally or by Chimu. That's going to complicate things. But also the south, if we don't attack them, 100% Pahaje is going to attack them because look at that. that. They're just ready. They're just insing at the borders. They want a piece of cola. Wait a second. Cola? Is this where Coca-Cola comes from? Probably not. There you go. Zikanka auxiliaries, and we're about to wipe out the entire cocaine addict army here. Yeah, that's right. Enough with the cocaine cola. Enough. It's bad for your health, probably as bad as me wiping out your entire army, but hey, nobody will ever know because you're never going to be ever spoken about again. That's right, we're wiping you from the annals of history. Hey, we got to Puño. All right, now let's go ahead and fully annex these scumbags. Far too long have the people of Cola not shared their coke with us, okay? Far too long. Now we're going to go ahead and click Yes Maximus, and we have two options. We can parade in Cusco. That is going to lower a local autonomy in the particular area we captured, as well as we get 25 authority for our religion, and we lose 5 years of separatism. Or we make Aymara an accepted culture, which, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. Screw that. We don't want to make them an accepted culture, okay? That also means we can do a rule of the sun now. So we have 2 war exhaustion lost, and we also gain manpower and national tax. Probably should have waited with this until we actually had war exhaustion, shouldn't we? Now again, despite having to expand into the north, because we now have more claims in the south, and these particular people here have not gotten any allies, we're gonna rush for them before our allies actually attack them, and then we cannot attack them ourselves. So make sure we core up everything too. The Micmac want to go home. You know what? I'm gonna allow that, Micmac people. We're gonna need to abandon the siege a tiny bit until we actually get rid of the enemy army, because they are recruiting more units, and we're gonna end up having to fight more units than right now. And they also have a mountain province, so we're gonna get -2 dice roll from attacker from the get-go. Come on, baby, show them what Incan steel is made out of. Okay, well, technically I know they're also Incans, but you know what? Semantics, baby. Whoa, guys, that's funny. So something weird just happened. When I got to this province, there was actually nobody there, which means that now we can colonize these lands. It takes 50 ducats, and we were also required to not have any natives here in order to colonize. But it's just really lucky, honestly, that we're able to colonize that. So weird that nobody lives by such amazing coastline next to the ocean, right, guys? Right, guys. All right, I'm not ready to attack, but I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna go for Lima and all the wankers here. We're gonna get help from our Huila friends, so hopefully that should be enough. We also have to fight Cajamarca, but we still have half of our army tied up in the south, so we gotta play this a little bit defensively, I guess you could say, which is why we're attacking. Best defense is a proper offense. Jokes aside, though, we want to get the provinces of Jauja and Huavenca Lilipilapla. If we don't, then it's going to be pretty bad for us, because our allies are going to get it, and that is no bueno for anyone now, is it? Problem is that we are actually going to be challenged here, or not. They backed off. Okay, they backed off, baby. There you go. Everything is fine. Now, allies, do something. You're just sitting in my capital. Please do something. Oh, no bueno. No bueno at all. Yeah, we're going to lose that. Oh, no. Oh, no. Looks like we have to really push with this. Gotta get that last rebel province so we can piece them out. Come on, boys. Hurry up, please. Of course we get attacked by the rebels. Why wouldn't we, right? Oh, my God. Please. Please don't do this to me. All right, well, at least we can piece them out. There you go. So that war is finished now, and we can core it all up. Imagine if we had a mission that lowered our war exhaustion by 2. Wouldn't that be awesome right now, guys? Well, you know what this calls for, doesn't it? It calls for the Chanka Auxiliary. That's exactly what the Chanka Auxiliary sounds like. Don't question it. All right, it's time for Pachacuti to kick some butts here, boys. No more wanking in my country. Okay, it's done. It's over. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the smells. The Empire strikes back, quite literally. We're now about to take everything. Oh, God. No. No. Bro, this sucks. Of course, my freaking ally is going to take... No. Okay, never mind. I take that back. Please keep on going that direction. Do not look back. Whatever you do, do not freaking look back. Keep going. Yeah, just get out of here. Yeah, that's right, buddy. That's right. That's my province. Okay, you got a problem with that? Huila? Boy, I feel like I'm a little bit of a toxic ally, not gonna lie. Pretty vital that we make cores out of all the provinces we conquer. Remember that the more provinces we get, the faster we get our authority to grow as well. Wow, this failure here, I blame it on Huila. It's all their fault. They didn't pull their weight enough. I also really love these kind of events that randomly give me authority. I mean, obviously I'm gonna go for the authority option, right? Also, let's go ahead and wipe out, figure out if there's any more people in these areas so we can colonize them too, since we have the ducats for it. I mean, might as well, right? Oh no! Wait, is this the wankers? No, I don't feel bad anymore. Okay, time to do a little bit of oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't mean to click that button. Oh no. Well, I mean, might as well now, since we did it, you know, might as well just do that, I guess. Oh, best part? No colonial maintenance. That's right. It literally is just a a click of a button and you basically get the province. It is redonkulous. And not only that, but this also becomes our primary culture and our religion, the province. We don't even need to worry about different cultures when we colonize. There we go, baby. All right, let's see if we can actually piece them out now. I would be down for a peace deal. We can't. Okay, well, that means we got to go to Cajamarca and siege down the rest of these scum. Actually, you know what? I might just turn Cajamarca into a subject. If we vassalize them, we would do another one of our missions a little bit earlier. We could basically get the conquest of Cajamarca done significantly faster right after this war in essence. That gives one more diplo power for Pakachakopekchuti. And what do you know? What do you see? Kalkuki is no longer an ally of my ally Pakahe, so we can attack him right after this. I love this. I love how easy it is to just wipe out everybody in South America and just unify and become insanely OP before the colonials even arrive. It is my favorite thing in this game right now. Also, guys, if we do get 5,000 likes in this video, I plan to do a second part of the campaign where we not only beat the colonials, but we go back to Europe as Inca and we enact the Sunset Invasion, basically try and go for the achievement. Also, we can do complete the Incan mission in the second part where we basically complete the Incan mission by doing the Sunset Invasion. Oh wait, you don't need to do the Sunset Invasion for that, but I'm still gonna do it, okay? I'm still gonna do it. Oh, hails to the as fresh members of the Royal Guard, discipline and morale of armies until the death of Pachacuti. And we also just got Cajamarca, so we can piece him out now. Actually, let me just wipe out their army. I want him to be weak. Weak as schnitzel. You better be weak when I become my ally, bro. Boom, boom, and it's over. I have Cajamarcos, as well as let's do the final piss deal, where we basically get all of the northern provinces above us. And also the best part is that nobody actually cares about this, so no coalition. That's honestly my favorite part out of the whole thing. All right, let's do the next mission. Defeat the wank. No, I forgot. Oh god. Whoa, what? We're in Rivendell. My game crashed. Oh no, that's so unfortunate. Oh, what happened, guys? Did we just warp back time? If I could warp back time, I'd do it all again. I'd vassalize these guys, and then after I would totally do one of these national focuses, because this mission, defeat the wankers, as long as you have a national focus set, you do get some more bonuses. Obviously, in our case, core creation cost would probably the best, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do that, focus on the admin points, and now we're gonna do the piss deal with the wankers. Imagine being such a small peepee brain skibidi that you would not even do the focus before, so you get the bonus from the I mean, I clearly did not halt it for it. It was just unfortunate what happened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so let's never ever talk about that again. Sure, okay, promise. All right, I'm glad we're on the same page here, guys. No, but seriously, if you talk about that, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. You hear me? All right, let's go with the Conquest of Cajamarca 2. So let's check Pakakuchi. How good is he now? He's a 555 already. Oh! Alrighty. Well, we can get more bonuses for him. You get one more from here, and that's easy to do. We just got to get loyalty of the Panakatas. So that's the clergy. Now we did expand, and we're already at 20% land ownership. So I think it's fair to say we can give the rest of the privileges as well. So let's go with the classic clerical education, religious diplomats, which makes actually no difference because there's not really any actual nations around. But we're giving it because, well, probably you don't want to give that one. That's kind of useless, actually, now that I think about it. This one in exchange is really good. Religious culture, since everyone's going to be a religion, and it's going to give production efficiency, manpower bonus, etc., etc. Does cost 5 crownlands, so do keep that in mind, because we need the equilibrium to be as high as possible. We will be giving the oversight by the Panakatas. For the military cast, kind of similar. We're going to give the increased levies just so we get more manpower. Supremacy over the crown, so we increase the loyalty equilibrium for all the estates, court positions, because why not? And last but not least, we're gonna give the Pakatakatus in the officer corps, so we get cheaper generals and decay for army tradition a little bit slower. Now for the merchant guild, of course, we're gonna go for the classic patronage of the arts, merchant freedom, financial demand for the national tax, and we have a unique one here, the high altitude adaptation for provinces that are in hills, mountains, and highlands. If we give this privilege, it's gonna be 15% less penalty when developing them. And we can go for the last mission here. Getting that 40% trade power should be fairly easy for us. Also can get some new rivals. Apparently Quito, or Quito, whatever you want to call it. Let's go ahead and also bring our units back home so we can declare the next war against the southern scumbags of Calchacachicaway. Now I know what you're thinking. Ludi, you pronounce these words perfectly. Are you sure you're not Incan? Guys, I swear I am not Incan, okay? The rumors are all false. I'm not Incan. I did not go to Paradox Tinto and do stuff and stuff. Okay, I did not. Okay, shut up now. All right, let's go ahead and sell some titles and see some crown lands after. Oh no, it's a Rebellensteiner. Well, what a freaking coincidence. Dinkelans. They're right in front of us, so that's pretty easy for us to wipe them out. Also, we can get more colonistas. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Hello. I came to buy some sugar. Actually, no, I came to deliver some Coke. We got some from your former neighbors. It's a Coke distribution service. Okay, this is not even an Incan Empire video. It's the Coke distribution video. There, you freaking happy now? I bet you didn't know it was until now, did you? Oh no, Huila is gonna cancel the alliance because we didn't give him what we promised we would. Well, that's on you, buddy boy. You know that old saying, guys? Jujui, my balls. That probably wasn't a funny one, was it? No, all right, well, whatever the case, we can now do another mission. Yet again, we has more authority to seize the Quinkaldangadu. We just need to colonize these provinces, and that's gonna let us colonize the rest. What else can we do here? The loyalty we're working on, and our rivals in Chimu. Okay, so we gotta attack Chimu next, but we also just canceled the alliance with these bad boys in the south, so hopefully they don't ally each other, because I kind of can see that happening. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened at all. Also, go ahead and lower our autonomy a tiny bit. Boom, boom. Look at my authority go up. Look at that. Look at the authority. Look at the authority go. Oh my god, 93, 98. Boom, we got 100 authority. We can do our first reform by lowering autonomy. Oh, I love this mechanic so much. Seeing as we're so early in the conquest, let's go for the core creation cost. I think like that's not such a bad idea. We do lose a lot of stability now, which is why we need a lot of core creation cost reduction, because we need to core a lot of things. Let's also go ahead and make sure that we can wipe out these pretenders before they crush our nation and before we even think about doing other wars. Get back our stability too. Let's see how much more authority we get from lowering autonomy in the rest of the provinces. Guess we gotta wait a little bit before we lower in the southern parts, don't we? I am gonna do a little bit of Game of Throning here because of the alliance sets that the north have. I'm gonna have to do something very specific. I'm gonna attack in Quito first, and I am not going to co-belligerate Chachapoya, although I will co-belligerate Muisca, because that way I can attack Chachapoya and not have to worry about their ally Chimu, and then in the last war I can just wipe out Chimu and Huila in one war to rule them all. Also, pretty surprised to see that Muisca is also an Inti nation. I wonder what the history is behind these people and how come they're all the way up here. The Shrine of Viracocha. We can build a temple until the end of the game to get tolerance of true faith plus 0.5, or we get 5 prestige. Obviously the tolerance of the true faith is a lot more important since we plan on making the whole planet Inti. Am I right? In it, boys, in it, as the Wankas would say. All right, enough with the Wanka jokes. They're not funny anyway, Ludi. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna do some next level big brain moves here. Check it out, boys. Check it out. I'll wait for these guys to get movement locked in that province, and when that happens, I will do this. Rebels! Thanks for taking care of the rebels for me, Muisca. Skibbity boo. You suck, Muisca. You suck. Now suck my rebels. Suck them. Okay, we've sieged down the northern provinces. Now it's time to whack a Quico and a Chacapotio. These boys were here trying to siege down my capital for 1,000,000,000 years. At least the southern boyos, the Muiscas, actually did something. They actually pissed me off by taking down the southern provinces. These lands were already ravaged. You didn't need to help out with that, Muisca. You really didn't need to. Sack of Bogota. Oh my god, is that actually Bogota, the capital of the modern nation of South Texas? Well, you know what, South Texas? I wouldn't mind you guys becoming my vassals. First, we do have to undo the damage you've done in the southern provinces, though. And now with that done, I'm fairly confident that we can vassalize you. Let's go. Oh, yes, baby. Look at that. A proper second vassal, so we can give the strong duchies privilege, I guess. Do we still have slots for that? We do. All right, perfect. So that means we're going to do a Skibbity Boo 1, and we're going to do integration policy after we cancel one of the other privileges down the line. Oh, and we have 50 for the Panacas, which means that if we sell titles, we can do another mission here. Contact the Oracle. So we get a temple in Lima, or we could have gotten a cathedral if we already had a temple, but, well, I don't have the technology, okay? Don't judge me. And for the Peace of the Resistance, we have the Quitters in Quito. Get it? Get it? The quitters and quit because they quit? Yeah. It's funny, damn it. Come on, just laugh already. Our troops are by the border and we're ready to go with this. Let's Gucci Strombolucci. They also canceled each other because they've actually rivaled each other, so we can attack both at the same time and basically take 2 birds out with 2 stones, if you know what I mean. Yeah, that's right. I don't know what that saying is all about. That's pretty much what I mean. Oh god, I almost forgot we also have to take out the Pajajes. I was about to do a full speech about with the fall of Huizca, the unification of South America, and then I was just scrolling through the screen. I was, oh god, these people are still here. Come on. I can probably send over Pacatucci to the city there because he's got those 2 siege pips, so that's probably going to be the smarter choice. I probably should have started sieging him. Probably should have used him in that siege for a while now, shouldn't I? Yep, that feels like a mistake. We'd have had this fort by now if I started in Chanchan with the Pacacuchis. And we can free up some of those units and come in here because we're going to be attacking Cajamarcadu. Sorry, I mean Pacajes. I know this one's an easy one. Pacajes is actually really easy. It sounds like, you know, the bird from Gothic, the game, the RPG. You know, there was like a scavenger that used to go like Paca, Paca, Pacajes, Paca. It's so freaking similar. It's crazy. And with the coastline colonized, we can do seize the Chincha, which means we now have the ability to colonize even more lands as long as we have, you know, gently disposed of the people in these highlighted areas. And yeah, we're gonna relocate them to a better place, which technically is not really a lie. A mere 600 days for Chan Chan to stop sounding like a Japanese type of song. Chan Chan Chun Chun Chan 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 Chan. I don't know. It just, I don't know where that came from. Okay, just let's not talk about it anymore, please. You know what we could talk about though? The fact that Pachacuti here is gonna get until the end of the game in Cusco admin and diplotech costs, or we lose autonomy in those here. No, we don't want to do that. Okay, we're gonna go for that, and we have the takeover of Quito, which allows the colonization of even more lands. Holy schnitzel, we can colonize all of South America before the Europeans arrive, which is actually crazy if you think about it. All right, time to get rid of Pacajes. 1 aggressive expansion. You know why? Because there is nobody else to give a shit, okay? That's why, buddy boy. There is no more nation. It's only us, okay? The only nation in South America. It is... okay, to be fair, Cajamarca, we're gonna integrate. It's our subjects. They do not count, okay? We're the only one left here. Now we're gonna use our vast armies to relocate people from the coastline, if we find any, of course. Hello, is anybody home? No? Oh, okay, well, I guess we'll just move along then, buddy boy. Click. Nobody here either. Oh, what an unfortunate circumstance of events. Yeah, these things happen. Sometimes there is nobody in these areas. What can we do? I kind of feel like this is probably a little bit overpowered. I know it's never going to get patched, but just so you know, this really is overpowered. We basically are getting Siberian frontier style provinces galore, like literally galore. It is crazy. It's not even for diplo points like the Russians. For 50 freaking treasury ducats, you are getting actual entire provinces colonized in your culture, your religion. It's just really, really insanely powerful. Because like by the time the Europeans arrive, you literally will have all of South America if you play your cards right, and you can just easily crush them as consequence. And that's obviously what we're going to be doing here. Wow, what a freaking surprise. Even in the Amazon, there's no people. That's a bit of a shocker right there. I would have expected some people to be there, but apparently no. It's almost as if someone's went at some point in time over every single one of these provinces and wiped out the native population because they feel like they need to compensate for their small wee-wee. Ooh. Rebellion? Okay, no problem. They're close. We can actually kill them off quickly. Let's go. And establish more South American frontiers, right? Or whatever they're called. Frontier tribes. Now I remember. It's frontier tribes. We also might as well lower the autonomy so we get up to 100, and we do our second reform. 100 authority, so we can do now. Maybe morale of armies could help us, but maybe colonists would be good. Oh, this is so difficult because most of these actually suck compared to the Aztec ones. I'm gonna go for the morale of armies. Screw it. This will help us out quite a tiny little schnitzel bit. I think I'm going to take a bit of a genocidal break here because I'm kind of running out of money. We need to fix our balance, and we got to kill off the rebels from the reform as well. And speaking of, we probably also want to lower even more autonomy to get more reform or authority, right? That's what they call it. How much are we passively getting now? 4.6. So we probably can reach like 5 yearly authority, but of course we're going to get a lot more than that from just the lowering of autonomy, which we're going to have a ton of. Plus, if we really want to cheese it, we could also alta for if when the event tick comes, so we just get the authority events. But I'm not that desperate, so I'm confident I can get at least 4 reforms by just consolidating what we have now. And then the last one we can just wait, because it's probably going to be the 1500s before the Europeans arrive. Way more time than we need in order to get the reforms done. And with Cajamarca integrated, we can now form the Great Empire of the Incas. Da-da-da-da-da-dam! Hallelujah, hallelujah, look at our extra mission tree. Da-da-doo! That is insane. That is literally like a freaking 50 extra missions, including the late game Sunset Invasion CB missions, which allow us to go back to the old world and just kick some European butts big time. Now we can do some of these missions instantly, such as expand into the jungles, because we have above 15 jungle provinces. That will give us some temporary bonuses and some colonists joining the frontier colony in Ukalaiji over here, meaning we have a frontier there established like in other provinces. Collect the mita, which in Romanian means bribe, so I'm all for it, baby. Means we get now a few options. Get a barracks in Cusco, get a workshop in Cusco, or 15 authority, 200 splendor, and 25 prestige. I'm gonna go for that. We do want as much authority as possible, so we reform a little bit quicker. We have some interesting playing toll little missions here. Textile manufacturing, Sweat of the Sun, have 70 development in gold provinces. Okay, how many gold provinces we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. That's it. I know it's 6. I'm really bad at mathematics. In any case, we might get more if we're lucky with the colonies. Let's see if any of them develop gold. And we also can do promote the Runasimi, which gives 1 stability and 100 admin power. Wait, if we become a great power, that's all we need. Until the end of the game, we get governing capacity modifier, permanent power projection. Ooh, and we can get settler chance plus 10% and 5% crownlands if we just colonize 8 provinces in the south. We already are colonizing quite a few of those. So once these provinces are done, the ones we're colonizing now, we can just flat out do the mission. We also get a unique Andean Empire tier 1 government reform later down the line once we've reformed. And we get land fire damage plus 15. This is a straight up easy way of murdering the conquistadors. The lower part of the mission tree is 100% revolving around going and beating the colonial nations. So that's going to be really good juice materials for the second part. Of course, we also have the option to switch into the High American Tech Group and Unit Type, and another 10 power projection permanently. So that's 15 extra power projection permanently, meaning we're always going to eventually have above 50 power projection. Kind of weird how the Aztecs get this particular unit type, which is insanely overpowered, pretty much instantly compared to the Incans though. But honestly, what really just makes the Incans shine is their ability to colonize so fast, way faster than any single colonial nation if you think about it, since Iberian frontiers are the fastest thing imaginable. Sadly, we have to get rid of the fresh members of the Royal Guard, but at least we get 1 stability, so that's happening, right? Oh, there you go. That's our 3rd reform in essence, boys. And they also spawned exactly where my troops were, so clearly this was planned. It was planned all along, boyos. All right. Another 2 stability hit. Feels bad, man. But at least we're down to +1 stability, which is way better. And we can do a little bit of colonizing ourselves too. Now, this particular event is definitely a gamble. Our heir is going to go on a long voyage and may not return. There is a chance he's going to come back, but there's also a chance that he's really not going to come back. And he is actually a pretty freaking good heir. I'm not sure what to do here, guys. I wish I had you in my chat right now to ask. You know what? I'm not going to no, I'm not going to gamble it. No. What am I doing? What am I doing? I don't wish one I pressed the stability one. Okay, we're not gambling. We're not gambling today, boys. What we can do, however, is get the colony development boost instead of gambling. And that means we're going to get more development from all of these provinces we're currently colonizing. Ooh, juicy land with extra dev. I'm in for it. The Huacas, which are local idols, can either give us a -1 national unrest and government reform progress, which doesn't make much of a difference because we don't have any government reform, do we now? Or we get 1 stability. I mean, I guess I can go for national unrest since it is for the end of the game, right? Till forever and ever. Honestly, a really good idea to start giving the Grant New World Charters privilege for the burghers once it is available, because that's going to make it a little bit faster for you to colonize. And obviously, we're going to be selling titles and seizing again just because we're still fine. We want to get as much money as possible so we can maybe even build a few fortifications before the colonials arrive. If we place our forts in the right positions, we were going to be able to easily hold out against any foreign invaders because we have so so many mountain passes and so many mountain terrain. Also, the southern temple here, the Cerro Rico del Potosi, is a gold province, and when upgraded, this gives local goods, which is gold goods, increase production by 15%, as well as flat goods produced +3. So that's the equivalent of 15 production development, with another 15% on top of that for whatever the production development plus the monument bonus is. We also can double down on that, get another 15 production development if we give out the right privileges and stuff, and we meet the right conditions. So this is definitely a temple we want to start upgrading as soon as possible. That's not the only one though. We have Tiwanaku, which gives a global religious unity plus 30%, authority, and missionary strength. Of course, Machu Picchu gives the idea cost reduction and reform progress growth, and another one in the north. The Chan Chan Citadel gives again authority, as well as some local modifiers that make it pretty tough to take this particular province overall. It also gives the diplo relation slots +2 globally, and this is not tied to any particular culture, so getting those monuments is actually pretty good for any nation you might be playing as. And then in Quito, we also have the Chapacnan, which gives again a global trade efficiency, authority for us, and reinforcement speed, and even some more bonuses if we complete some missions later down the line. Altogether, we have some actually insane monuments, 5 of them in our lands, and we can actually use the vast wealth of our empire to fully upgrade them before the colonial nations arrive. We are literally in the 1460s. We own most of the coastline of western part of South America, and we're making absolute bank, as well as we are literally unchallenged right now because there's nobody else around us. Yeah, that's right, Mapuche. You're not going to exist anytime soon. Don't worry. You just wait for the truce to happen, okay? You got a good 13 years that you... Wait, actually, can we vassalize? Oh my god, I can just diplomatically... Okay, yeah, I'm going to diplomatically vassalize Mapuche. Down with the Altipapitu. There you go. We get our settler chancel till the end of the game and 5% crownlands. Absolutely delicious. I feel like by converting these provinces to my primary culture, since I've got a lot of extra diplo points, will prevent future issues. I really feel like it will prevent a lot of future issues. So I'm just gonna do it now because it's cheap anyway in these provinces at least. Why not, right? Come on. Oh my god, the first time we get an actual good trade good. I've been getting naval supplies continuously. This is the first gems province that I got. Oh, I will treasure you for sure. Now with Cusco being renovated, we get until the end of the game a tax income, manpower, and a governing cost decrease, as well as a pretty cheap advisor. If we develop some more mountain, hill, or whatever terrain provinces, the privilege we gave out is going to be 100% reduction in terrain penalty, as well as 20 prosperity for all the states that are of those particular terrains. And we can get even more bonuses for various privileges by doing more of our missions here. There we go. We can do this one now. Beautiful. So now it's actually significantly cheaper to develop this. Oh my god, that's basically no penalty from this in essence, is there? We also can get until the end of the game construction cost reduction and supply limit if we just develop provinces again a little bit more. Also, by doing the solar cult mission, we only get 1 stability hit, and it only removes 80 authority for the last 2 reforms. The second to last government authority means we lose only 1 stability, not 2 like it said, because remember we did that mission, and now we basically just need to do the last reform, which is actually quite fine. I doubt the Europeans are going to encounter us for the next 10 years, and we're already getting about 10 authority every year, whilst also retaining 20 after the reform. As you probably know by now, after you integrate your subjects, you should be lowering the autonomy, which is why we're getting some more reform from those provinces. A sad day indeed. Our great Pachacuti has passed away, so his son is now going to be the new leader. But on the bright side, we did manage to get access to temples, so now we're going to be literally spamming these around the entirety of the empire. Temples is the literal lifeline of our society. Well, not really, gold is, but temples are right up there, okay? And seeing as we have at least 10 temples, we can now upgrade the temple in Cusco to a cathedral, and every area that has a province with a tax building will get a yearly tax income and autonomy reduction. But that means we're gonna wait a little bit. We want to make sure that every single area has at least 1 tax building to maximize the profit out of this. Also, it is time for the very last Inti reform to be done. There we go. That means now we're just gonna have to wait for the Europeans to arrive, and we are Gucci. We can reform our religion. I absolutely love the flavor for this nation, and we're getting one stability every few freaking years just from the unique events that they have. Not to mention a buttload of free temples all around the place as well. Well, technically it's not free, but it's significantly discounted temples. The way I'm using my colonist is also just trying to sneak my way to the eastern coastline to see what's happening here, get more vision, which in turn means maybe we'll find the colonial nations if they did. Oh, speak of the devil. We have Castolians, boys. It's going. We're so close to greatness, I can literally smell the sweat of the conquistadors. I'm not sure why I said that, though. Why would... Normal people don't talk like that, do they? We just annexed the nation of Mapuche, and as such, we gained the vision that Mapuche had. This is something really cool you can even do as the Byzantines. I like to do, say, for example, vassalize one of the Middle Eastern nations that has visions of Asia, and that way you get the vision of Asia. And in general, can be a little bit of a cool thing to do. Now, the problem we have is that we have one colony of the Portuguese here and another... No, that's it, just the Portuguese in the north. We have to snake our way all the way to Rio Grande side, so that means we're gonna need to do this. We're gonna go for admin ideas, and we will be going for exploration. Why are we not going for expansion, which has obviously better benefits, 2 extra colonists, minimum autonomy and territory and such? It is honestly far better than exploration. But we do intend on going back into the old world. I know that you can also get the explorer from the privilege which grants you the decision. But we also not only need the explorers, we need the extra range as well for being able to reach the old world a little bit faster. So we're gonna go for this. We might go for expansion afterwards. Let's see. But for the time being, we have made our choice. We also banked quite a few of our Diplo points so that we are able to get unlocked the first idea, plus have the ability to basically colonize right next to these bad boys as soon as we reach one of the coastlines, either the northern coastline here or the southern one, which leads me to think that maybe it's time for me to just wipe out these natives. Also, we can now do the Zex system without issues. We have built the temples pretty much everywhere. So next we can do the Oracle of Pachacamac. There you go, we improved it 5 times, so that basically is it. Now we can go and get the extra missionary strength. You know what? I'm gonna go for the missionary strength because as the Inti nation that we are, we will struggle to convert people to our faith. So getting that 1.5 missionary strength is gonna be pretty crucial for us. And we can send the newly acquired colonists to Santa Catarina, which will allow us to attack Guarani afterwards. Castile just casually passing by as I'm about to attack the southern tribes here. They're probably thinking, what is happening here? Why is there such a massive swathe of land owned by these single biggest empire in the history of mankind? That's right, I'm talking about us. Well, now we can achieve our goals here, take the city, and we can enforce our religion, so I'm not going to bother too much with them. I want them to survive so that when the truce is over, I can attack them again as well. And once we've finished coring this province, we can get our next colony right next to the Portuguese. Or I guess the Guarani are a lot more likely to become our diplo-vassal now that we converted them to the Inti religion, and they don't really have much of an issue with us having taken the previous provinces. They don't have a core there. They basically just migrated to the next province. So, well, this is awkward, but we actually colonized the province of Santa Catarina at the same time as getting this province core. So this war, you could say, was for nothing, but then again, it did lead to us converting these bad boys to our religion, so it wasn't too bad. Okay, we have started getting our colony right next to Tupiniqupiquin. So that means we're going to get a claim on Tupiniqupiquin, annex the province, and that's going to give us the adjacent province to Portugal, so we can reform our religion in the 1490s way faster than we did with the Aztecs. To war, my pretties, to war. Oh, we got more people we're at war with in the north. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these peeps, though. Maybe I'll just convert into my religion, so I guess we can bring the rest of the army to fight against them now. Oh, that is hilarious. We finally got the radical reforms. Let's go ahead and fire our 2 advisors, get the 400 mana points, and then we can hire them back, of course. Make this make sense, guys. So we can fully annex these guys, or we cannot vassalize them. Why can we not vassalize, but we can fully annex? What the hell is up with this, man? Someone explain this to me. Would we even be able to do that? We wouldn't even be able to core it if we got this province, right? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to ask for war reparations, a little bit of money, of which we cannot get, and force religion. Because we want to get more nations as our religion so we can vassalize them diplomatically. Hey, Portugal, have you met the Incans? Oh, wait, the Incans forgot to make these guys also Inti. They're Catholic? No! Ew! Disgusting! Well, whatever the case, we now, since we are, of course, right next to the colonial nations, can do the Beyond the Known mission. If we were to do this whilst at war, we would get shock damage and morale damage received reduction, but we're gonna do the one we have now because I actually don't mind the admin points, plus the technology cost is actually gonna come in handy. And we've also developed our provinces that have gold so much that we now can do the next mission, unlocking the unique manufacture idols privilege for the Pacanas. Next up, if we get the Great Temple in Potosi to level 2, then we get even more modifiers for it, and it strengthens the manufacturing idols privilege even more, doubling the modifiers and removing the max absolutism and penalties so we can keep it forever, that particular privilege. That means it's time to save up money, boys. We need to upgrade this skibbity over here. Alrighty, boys, as they say in South Inca, which is technically Australia, but not really, we have the ability to reform our religion because we've gotten a core adjacent to a technically European nation. Although I'm not sure if we can call that Brazil, but hey, whatever, okay? Whatever the case, Clickius Maximus and Booyashnokidorks, boys. We now have reformed our country, aware of Renaissance, aware of feudalism. Colonialism is a little bit of an issue because it hasn't yet triggered, and now that I think about it, I probably would have been smarter off if I just waited for literally a couple of years more, since by that point we would have gotten colonialism too. But you know what, it's fine. This way we can start getting our technologies, getting ready. There you go, we're up to admin tech 8 and we have military tech 8 as well, so we're basically higher military tech than the colonial nations, which is great. They only have Diplotech 5, so that's pretty bad for them, of course. We also can get now the Andean Empire Tier 1 government reform, unique to our people. Plus, we have the unique Incan government mechanics now, so we can reform the rituals. We lose 1 stability, we gain 25 authority. Now, the Incan authority gives us morale damage increase, cost of advisor with ruler's culture, Incan, yearly absolutism, and monthly autonomy change reduction, which honestly is really not that bad if you think about it. We also can depose of all of our mummified people, and our leader gets 1 of each power point, so we can technically get a 666 alongside core creation cost reduction, minus 10% in yearly separatism, minus 5, as long as we have 75 authority. Right now we got 0, so we're gonna have to work on this a little bit. Plus, the cool part is we got 2 missionaries with the conquest of Pacahacas, and we also can combat the diseases, which gives us 1 stability, and we get a privilege that gives minus 10 development in primary culture provinces and plus 0.5 global prosperity growth at the cost of 15 national tax modifier. I actually kind of feel that that's worth it, to be honest. We can do a punish the invaders as well. We get wait, what? We get 100 support for colonialism. Okay, hold on a second. Does that mean colonialism spawns in our country? Because I am a little bit confused. Or is this not going to give us anything and we just get the other event option? Oh my god, we can become High American and oh my god, we get High American in 1490. That is actually crazy, brother. I take it back. The Incas are stronger. They're stronger. All right, let's click it, see what happens. We're going to, of course, go for the High American units. Booyashnokidonks, boys. And let me also check if I actually got colonialism or not. I do have colonialism. Brother, what? It doesn't even, this has to be a bug. That actually is crazy to see. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do now, but I have colonialism before the colonial nations have it, so that's just interesting to say the least. Let's go check our units as well. We have the reformed Xantican warriors, which have 2 fire and 1 defensive fire. This is crazy. These units are literally 5 times better than whatever the colonial nations have right now. So obviously the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a claim and I'm gonna be crushing the colonial scum. We're also gonna go for the next idea set. I'm gonna go for expansion simply because I really would like to colonize as much of South America before the colonials actually manage to get their hands on it. And we've also become a great power, which means that we get the next mission that allows us 5 permanent power projection and 10% governing capacity until the end of the game. Once we get 4 government reforms, we can even go further down this particular path and get even more goodies and bonuses. Oh, and I can just develop some provinces and I get even more goodies. Okay, let's do 3 development. Let's see which one's the cheapest. Boom, skibbity bo, skibbity bay. There you go. Mission done. Till the end of the game, construction cost reduction -5, national supply limit +20. I am just in love with this run. I have to say, this is probably my favorite, even more so than the Aztecs one so far. So guys, please give me that 5,000 likes. I really want to continue this as soon as possible. Once we get this to 35 development, we can again do yet another mission. So let's try a little bit of production dev, but not too much, I guess. Just up to 16, 17 should be fine, right? We just need a little bit more now. We'll be fine. Oh, come on. Why does my leader have to die now? This is like the glory time of our nation and my dude dies. That's just unfortunate, really. Bad timing. Actual freaking bad timing. Oh god, we also have 9% missionary strength without religious ideas. That is just crazy. Also going to be recruiting some artillery pieces in each of my army just so we have enough to barrage any sort of fortification and just speed up the siege process when we attack the colonial nations. And we might as well build up a few workshops because I think we need some, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yes, and barracks we need for another mission as well. All right, Zaclaim is here. Let's go, baby. Attackius Maximus. Screw you, Brazil. I don't like your painful jokes. I was totally not going to go for something a lot more sinister, and I just decided maybe YouTube's not ready for that particular word. But I'll let you decide what word that would have been, though. I'm also going to be disbanding my mercenary units. They're a little bit more expensive than I want them to be right now, and I just want to have regular units. Let's go ahead and get another army. I'm keeping them small because of the supply limit around, and because I do have a very, very large empire, so I need to have multiple armies to be able to get rid of enemies around the north and the south and such. And also we need frigates. Forgot we get an explorer, so we can explore the old world, or as I like to call it, the new world. Maybe new world? Hello, colonial people. You're gonna have a much better life under my control. I'm gonna give you all coconuts and actually, do we even have coconuts? Where do coconuts originate from, guys? I'm actually confused now. Is coconuts a new world thing, or is coconuts like from Asia or somewhere like that? But you know what? I know what I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna give them coke. And by coke, I mean cocaine. So they're all gonna be happy and slightly drugged. Just a little bit. All right, well, apparently they're okay with this. Oh my god, they had a colony in the south? Unbelievable, the little sneaky schnitzels. They really wanted to do that to me, huh? Well, you know what? You're not able to anymore, Portugal, because you're gone. We have officially defeated the colonials. They're out of... Oh, come on, Portugal. Really? You gotta do this to me, bro? No worries, I can attack them too. I'm just a big Chaticus. Or I can just wait till their colony has 5 provinces and then I can just attack the colony again and not have to fight all of Europe, I guess. Although, to be fair, we probably have an easy time fighting all of Europe. I'm also not going to convert to a Christianity. Screw that, buddy. We can, however, get an explorer from this particular interaction. So let's go ahead and get our ships to bark, bark, bark. Oh, we can get them here. Boom, boom. Actually, you know what? Let's actually get a fleet because we are going to need some ships to protect our trade now the Europeans are here. I feel like the actual fun part of the campaign is literally just starting now. But I also don't want to make this video like 5 hours long, so I will have to cut it short at some point. You know what? Might as well be now because we are on the precipice of greatness, but we also need to edit this and release the video. So don't forget to leave a like, guys, and then we can take this back to Europe. Not only did we crush the Europeans already in South America, but we're going to be crushing them back home. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.